defies common sense, it defies logic, and the fact that they've sold this policy as being about inclusivity, whereas clearly women are being excluded and having to withdraw from competitions, and also in the US it impacts on scholarships. So, so actually it's a much bigger issue even than just sport.
And it's health and safety as well, because I understand the type of fencing that this entails. A sabre, it's a larger weapon. To be hit by a male, I imagine, would be different from a woman. I'll pay someone later to find out for myself. But there are those implications as well. And as you say, and I think this is, of course, what we've seen across this whole movement, gender ideology, is that what's done in the name of inclusion, of course, actually means exclusion.
Yes, I think she was incredibly brave to take the action that she did, and I think it's it's one of those images that's quite iconic, her sort of taking the knee and refusing to participate, and that will have an impact on her career, on her, of course it will, as the policy, so it was changed in 2023, but actually Redux did quite a good, the magazine did quite a good in-depth dive into this, and it's been going on for about a decade. And there were some sort of key players who are trans activists who have put themselves on the board of USA Fencing, and that's why this issue has become so quickly ingrained.
Yeah, well, so my understanding is that to be able to compete as a female, you just have to have identified supposedly for a year. No one actually checks on it, so it's basically essentially self-ID. And then there's also the USFA director, there's this deleted manifesto, but what he wrote was, and this is incredible, giving athletes a sense of belonging and a will to live is more powerful than medals and competitive glory. So essentially it's sort of guilt-tripping that, women, you shouldn't win any awards anymore because we're trying to save lives here, which, of course, is statistics that have been debunked anyway. And it should also be pointed out that the trans athlete was, I think, 29th as a male. And then went on to start getting medals as a female.